Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I will be talking about the War Within, and in particular, I will be talking about Dornogal, the new capital city that you will spend a lot of time in. So really what I want to do in today's video is simply explain why I think this is a really good capital city and probably one of the best we've had in years. I'm not really going to talk about how efficient it is, maybe how convenient it is, but really just how beautiful it looks and the overall feel of the city. So the first thing that I really like about this new capital city is the overall aesthetic of the city. I think really Blizzard did an amazing job with this new capital city, and overall I think it looks super good. So compared to some of the previous capital cities we've had in the past, I think this one is by far one of the best looking city we've had in a long time. Now, another thing I really appreciate about the city is the fantasy around this city. So this is exactly what you would think of when you're thinking about a new dwarf or Earthen capital city. This is really a city that is in the mountain and that is absolutely gorgeous with a lot of different parts, and it goes really up. And overall, I think it reminds me a lot of some of these capital cities you can see in movies that you would really want to be in, and this one is definitely one of these different cities. So in my opinion, I'm really satisfied with the overall fantasy around this capital city, and again the vibe the city brings to World of Warcraft. Another thing I really like about the city is how big it is while not being too inconvenient, simply because you will be able to use sky riding or dragon riding in the city, but still it's very large, very wide, and you will also be able to go up in the mountain, and you will still have some little sections of the city that you will be able to go to. And overall, I think this is something that I really like, because for instance, when I compare it to Oribos, back in Shadowlands, it was literally just a circle, and then that's all you would do. And here you can really go in all these different quarters. You have all the different parts of the cities that are completely different, and overall I really like the fact that this is a big city for once. And I'm not saying, for instance, Valdrakken wasn't a big city, it just doesn't feel as good as this one. The texture that Blizzard say to add also is really good. I think you can see, for instance, sometimes you have really the sun that will shine on the buildings. When you walk in certain parts, you will really be able to see that you're walking on the water, and then as soon as you jump on something else, it will be dry. There's just a lot of little details like that that really make me like the city and appreciate just walking around and exploring each part of the city. This city is also really relevant because, first of all, this will be the main point of entry to one of the main zones in the War Within, which is the Ringing Deeps. So basically the Ringing Deeps is the underground of Dornogal, which I think is really cool. And as you can see, we'll need to go deep in the underground of Dornogal in order to be able to access this new area. So I think this is something that I already really appreciate. And then of course there's also a dungeon, the Rookery, that will be located in the city. And this is something that I believe we haven't had since Dalaran in Wrath of the Lich King, and this is something I really appreciate because I think again it creates just more incentives for players to be in the city and to really have this feel of being with a community. Finally, there's just a lot of other little details that I like, and for instance, just the fact that we finally have some signs back I think is really nice. And again, it just creates a little bit this fantasy that I think we've been missing for quite some time, and I'm glad we're getting it back through this new capital city. So overall, I'm really excited to spend some time in this new city and to explore, of course, the rest of the War Within. Let me know in the comments what you think about Dornogal, about the War Within in general, and whether you're excited or not for it. I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos, and in the meantime, I wish you all a great day. Bye!